Have you ever watched a monarch butterfly flit from flower to flower on a warm summer day? It seems like the monarch takes forever to get from one side of the garden to another. Did you ever imagine that this tiny insect can migrate thousands of miles each fall and spring and can fly 100 miles in a single day? Did you know that the monarch butterfly relies on one single plant for its survival? Let's take a closer look at this amazing insect. Each spring, monarch caterpillars hatch from eggs on only one kind of plant, milkweed. This plant is poisonous to many predators, but harmless to the monarchs. As the caterpillars eat the plant, they absorb the poison into their bodies, and they become toxic to many predators. The plant's poison enters the monarch's body and keeps the tiny caterpillars safe from being eaten. Even as adults, the plant's toxins stay in the monarch's body and keeps it safe from predators. That's why monarchs lay their eggs only on milkweed. After 2 weeks, the caterpillar makes a chrysalis, and 10 days later emerges as an adult butterfly. Monarch butterflies go from flower to flower eating nectar. In the spring and summer, they live for up to 6 weeks as adults. They then lay eggs on a milkweed plant and die. Their children are born a few days later, and they go through the same short life cycle. So do their children. By the end of summer, the monarchs who are born are the great-grandchildren of those who were alive in the spring. That new generation of monarchs born in the early fall does something very special. When the milkweed disappears in the fall, these monarchs stay alive for the entire winter. That generation lives between 6 and 8 months. To keep their delicate bodies from freezing, they must head to warmer climates for the winter. That's right, these tiny insects migrate. The ones east of the Rockies migrate to one single point in Mexico, and the ones west of the Rockies spend the winter on the warm California coast. Once they get to their wintering spot, they hibernate in the trees. In the winter of 2013, I was able to visit one spot near Monterey, California, where 11,500 butterflies were clustered in a group of eucalyptus trees. That's where these photographs come from. During the warm part of the day, the butterflies might flutter down for a quick snack, but they spend most of the day and night huddled together way up in the high trees. Come spring, they will leave the area and return to the milkweed far to the north and east. There they will lay eggs and die, starting the cycle over again. It was amazing to look at thousands of monarchs in the trees all around me. That generation of delicate butterflies migrated hundreds or even thousands of miles to a place which none of them had ever been to before. Are scientists concerned about monarchs? Yes. Since monarchs rely on just one single type of plant, they're having trouble coping with the changes to the environment which human beings have created. We cut down milkweed to build homes, roads, parks, and golf courses, all free from weeds, like milkweed. Farmers weed their fields and plant foods for human beings in the place of things like milkweeds. As more and more land gets developed by human beings, monarchs are having a harder time finding milkweed, and many die before they are able to lay their eggs. Still others are affected by changes to the environments they migrate towards in the winter. What can you do? Learn as much as you can about the monarch and the milkweed that it needs to survive. Plant some milkweed in your backyard if you are able. Even a few plants will give this extraordinary insect the ability to continue on its journey from year to year.